Hey guys, welcome back to the Savage Omega build series where I provide the best builds to safely and efficiently farm Savage Omega using all 14 weapons. And today we're covering one of the strongest, if not the strongest, weapon and build we've seen so far, the Hunting Horn. So we'll be using the Lagiacrus Hunting Horn, which is one of the best craftable horns in the game. It gives us access to powerful melodies like Health Recovery, which naturally restores your team's HP and greatly improves survivability, Elemental Attack Boost, which increases everyone's elemental damage against Omega, Divine Protection for extra defense, and Thunder Resistance, which synergizes perfectly with your weapon's Convert Thunder Resistance ability, amplifying your elemental damage when your Thunder Resistance is high. For offense, we'll be using Sonic Waves as a consistent damage option through repeated triangle plus circle inputs, and Echo Wave Thunder for high burst damage, though it requires precise note execution to land consistently. Now, for active skills and our offensive skills, we're running Thunder Attack level 3 for higher elemental damage, Slugger level 2, Latent Power level 5, Resentment level 4, Agitator level 3, and Maximum Might level 3 for crit boost and overall damage stacking. For support skills, we're running Horn Maestro level 2, Wide Range level 5, and Speed Eating level 3. So these make your buffs last longer, improving team health, healing efficiency, and also letting us play this true support DPS hybrid role. And we're also running Evade Extender level 3, which serves as an excellent defense mobility option. And whenever you finish your melody and you have Evade Extender level 3, spam the roll button to quickly escape Omega's counterattacks, or use the extended roll distances as a gap closer to stay on top of him and maintain uptime of your buffs. Also, when using Wide Range, don't play melodies from a distance. Maintain aggression while rotating buffs mid-combat. Heal allies on the fly and make sure you're keeping track of their health, and keep uptime on every song. It can be difficult, but the more practice, the better. Finally, we're pairing this build with the Blackest Night and using Eventide in niche moments. So this move deals around 1000 points of damage and grants lifesteal and doubles your defense for 30 seconds, letting you push it, basically letting you push hard and get aggressive against Omega. So this is a dense optimization heavy build, but I'll break down every step during the video so you can see how to use it. And if you have your own optimizations or strategies, drop them down in the comments and I'll feature them in some of the future videos. With that being said, let's head to the table of contents to see what's in the video. Alright guys, so here's the table of contents. So if you just need the equipment and decorations and you already know the matchup pretty well, you can just head to the equipment and decoration sections to be able to copy this build, copy this playstyle, and get hunting on Savage Omega. However, if you want to see the playstyle, you can watch the playstyle section so you can see how to use your melodies, how to deal with Omega's attacks, and basically like the entire full through walkthrough for hunting Savage Omega. And at the end of the video, after the build section, we're going to go over some community discussions, go over some comments, go over these like Omega Hunters Discord server, and give a few shout outs to some players in that server as well. So if you're interested in that kind of community building section, then watch till the end. All right, let's get started. Now, at the start of the hunt, if you're communicating with your team, use all of your buffs before approaching Omega. Cycle through your Health Recovery, Elemental Attack Boost, Divine Protection, Thunder Resistance, and any others so your team starts fully prepared. One of the best openings you can get in this matchup is when Omega uses his Mustard Bomb attack. So what's so good about this attack is that he will not be able to attack for 5 seconds, which gives you a really good opening to use your melodies or build up melodies. So in this clip below, Omega uses his Mustard Bomb attack on our heavy bowgun player, which means that is our cue to play Divine Protection. Now, the first skill to master with Hunting Horn is avoiding miss inputs. If you press the wrong button during a melody, it'll break your rhythm and delay your next buff. So take your time and focus on accuracy. We already have this circle note ready for Divine Protection, so we just need 2 more backward swings. And a quick refresher is that triangle equals left swing, circle equals right swing, and triangle plus circle equals backward swing. Now, we approach Omega, land 2 backward swings, and now we've built up 3 of the 4 notes needed. On the left-hand corner, it will show what note you need to play next to access certain buffs, so definitely use that to help you instead of only looking at your note section on the right. Next, we press the circle button and get our left swing. Now that our melody is stored, we press R2 to perform it. And while it's performing, we hit triangle plus circle again for encore, which basically enhances the melody and deals damage, bonus damage to Omega. Now, Even if you miss input, keep performing, because performing a melody still deals chip damage and reduces our Echo Bubble cooldown, letting you play faster next time. Now, the weapon's rhythm is really all about awareness, using your attacks, buffing, avoiding hits, and managing your team's health all at once by using wide range and using your potions. Next, in this clip below, we're going to be building up elemental attack boosts, and the inputs are as follows: triangle into circle, triangle plus circle, and then finally circle. We finish this melody off just as a mega retreat, showing how fluid the hunting horn loop can be once you're in your rhythm. But does it make sense? A lot of the optimization here is really just playing the notes in sequence while dealing damage to Omega, not just being in the corner, but actually attacking him and building up your melodies while being aggressive. That's what's going to make you a really good hunting horn player. It can be difficult, but if you practice it, you're going to get a lot better at it, and you're going to deal a lot of damage, and your team will be very thankful for that. Now, in Area 2, the first melody we aim for is Thunder Resistance, since it buffs our personal DPS through Lagiacrus Convert Thunder Resistance ability. Now, we start with a backward strike. We missed a hit, but still get the note. Next, Omega follows up with a Frost Bomb attack, and we roll out of it safely using Evade Extender 3. Use Evade Extender to escape and attack, and close your gaps and play your melodies. Then we land a left swing for 100 points of damage, and then a right swing for 120 points of damage approximately, finishing the melody, performing it, and then we hit Encore for nearly 500 points of damage from the performance alone. If every swing had connected, that sequence would have reached about 800 points of damage. Pure power for a support weapon. Well, Hunting Horn is not a support weapon, but yeah. Anyways, with Divine Blessing and Elemental Boost already active, we move on to Recovery Speed for Sustain. For that, it is 2 right swings, then 2 back swings, each about approximately 130 points of damage each. So, Omega targets us with Mustard Bomb, and we roll away, dodge, and then safely play the melody right after. So, when Omega fires his Laser Beam, we go on the offensive with Echo Bubbles. This lets us queue up multiple notes instantly instead of one at a time, spiking our DPS and shortening our melody setup. So precision is everything here, because you basically input your notes fast, but a clean input where you can input all of those things it's basically gonna allow you to use all of your buffs super fast and basically supercharge this weapon if you can play them all at once without missing an input. Now, whenever we use Echo Bubbles, we're gonna be punishing with Sonic Waves just because it's simpler. You can just spam triangle circle triangle circle triangle circle to get your Sonic Waves, and that's really hard to miss input. So each Echo Bubble hits for about 400 to 500 points of damage, just by using those 3 sequences. However, if you want to get the most out of this, basically the most out of Echo Bubbles, you want to use Echo Waves, the Echo Waves Thunder attack. It's a different input and it can be misinputted, but it's only 3 notes, and you'll deal a lot of damage by using that. Later, we gain the Anonymity, and this is the perfect time to use the Blackest Night. So we bait Omega, pop the barrier, and on his second Atomic Ray, it triggers Eventide, dealing roughly 1,000 points of damage, granting lifesteal, and doubling our defense for 30 seconds. Our HP drops low, so we immediately heal, then push in hard during the buff window. It's risky but incredibly rewarding, because it gives us increased defense, it doubles our defense and just lets us play aggressively. Really awesome move. Next, let's talk about wounds. So whenever Omega's head wound opens up, go straight for it. So breaking that part gives an instant note input similar to Echo Bubble, so you're basically able to input as many notes as you want. And it also grants a temporary shield, so you want to use that safety window to spam Sonic Waves or Echo Wave Thunder for maximum burst while staying protected. And then once the shield is deployed, you can spam all of your Echo Bubbles in that shield and just deal a lot of damage. Next, let's talk about wide range support and team healing. Even while keeping all these attacks and melodies in order, your job as a Hunting Horn user is to still watch your team's HP. So during the MRV phase, I quickly open up my radio menu to craft or use Mega Potions and consumable buffs. I'm then able to heal my team really fast, and this keeps your allies alive without sacrificing uptime, which really embodies what makes the Hunting Horn both a support and DPS weapon, because it just elevates the entire team and yourself. Alright guys, let's move on to Area 3 and the DPS check. So first things first, here's another example of how to use Eventide effectively. So when Omega fires his Starbird Wave Cannon, I instantly recognize it as a perfect moment to activate the Blackest Night. I pop the skill, Omega's beam hits the barrier and we counter with Eventide, landing a clean punish and regaining health through lifesteal, while doubling our defense for the next 30 seconds. Now, let's move on to our DPS check phase. So, there's a clever optimization here from one of the players in our lobby and in the quest, Big Dove 18, our heavy bowgun user. So, huge shout out to him and his strategy. He also has a channel that will be featured in the comments and community section feedback in the video, so stay tuned for that. So, here's the strategy he shared. When the DPS check begins, move to the left side of the arena to bait Nursilla in the area. So you can see it in the video here. So some of the endemic life here just automatically triggers the crowd control effects, creating an easy paralysis setup for Nursilla. So instead of using Cuckoo Light Bowgun here, we're going to actually play a bit differently, and we're going to stay using the hunting horn that we're using to handle this encounter. So spamming Echo Waves and Sonic Waves to deal consistent damage, using Rocksteady Mantle as well, lets us ignore Nursilla's knockbacks and stay aggressive. So even though this is not the most optimal elemental matchup, this setup still is completely viable. And whenever Nursilla launches his laser, rain, or beam attacks, just get right underneath him or just like right in front of him as close as possible so you can just avoid the laser rain attack. Anyways, we clear the DPS check successfully, proving that even without the perfect element, the hunting horn can handle it, it can handle its own against the DPS check. However, if you want the most optimal version of this, instead of using the hunting horn, switch to the Coot Light Bowgun, like we talked about in other videos. And for anyone new here, if you don't know what that is, just comment below and I'll tell you, or like I'll give you a link to one of the videos that have it. But yeah, I mean, guys, that's really it. That's honestly the entire playstyle. There's not much else I can really explain. This build is all about rhythm, timing, and awareness. You can optimize it for more damage if you swap out Sonic Waves for a stronger damage melody, but overall, this is the full loop. The more you practice your melodies, the cleaner your inputs and transitions are going to be. Alright guys, so here is the equipment, decorations, talisman, basically everything you need to be able to copy this build, copy this playstyle, everything. Now, if you don't have this talisman, or like, there's some material that you're missing, or you're having some worries about how to create this build and all that, just post it down in the comments and I'll help you figure out some alternatives of what you can do. If you have any questions about this build, about this playstyle, anything at all, just post them down in the comment section below and I will get to them and I will answer them. Alright, with that being said, let's head to the community section so we can go over a few things. Go over a really amazing Discord server that's available and a few really awesome comments that I saw and some pretty nutty optimizations. Now, first off, I want to give a huge shout out to my two teammates in this hunt. The first is Styles of Play. He's part of the Omega Hunter server and a really cool dude who might be starting his own Monster Hunter YouTube channel soon. So definitely keep an eye out for that. The second is Big Dove 18, who already has a YouTube channel and has done years of Twitch streaming before. His YouTube channel is under the same name as his IGN. So if you want to check out his content, the link is in the description below. He's one of the people that shared the awesome DPS check optimization we used in the video. Now, speaking of the Omega Hunter server, I've got to give it another shout out. It's run by Spicy and Lexi, and it's one of the best places to find people to hunt Salvage Omega with. The community is super well organized, supportive, and constantly expanding. So if you're looking for teammates for optimization talk, definitely join this server. Now, let's talk about a few of the community comments from previous videos, because you guys have been dropping some insane optimizations, and I want to highlight a few that really stood out. So first is from Nami Ryu on the Gunlance video. So he shared some incredible advanced tech. He explained that whenever you land a perfect parry or a perfect shield, or perfect guard I mean, you can instantly follow up with Wyvern Stake Full Blast, and doing so actually speeds up the animation of some attacks. He's also suggested that the Arcveld armor set is better instead of using Omega for extra survivability, thanks to the set bonus, which basically makes you immortal. And finally, he mentioned that swapping attack boost for focus is better, since while each cell deals less damage, you'll get more Wyvern Fire attacks overall, leading to higher total DPS, which is a better optimization, and I'd say that it's an objectively better optimization. It's really good, so I definitely think you should go for that. It's a really good optimization. So again, thank you, Nami Ryu. Next is from Byte One, who added another amazing optimization. He found that, and this may be similar to the previous one, but he found that after your Wyvern Stake, following up immediately with Wyvern Fire makes it come out significantly faster. And he also recommended using 2 pieces of Odogaron armor for the burst set bonus. So now you've got 3 great armor paths. You've got my Omega version, Nami Ryu's Arcveld version, and Byte One's Odogaron version. All valid and all effective. Lastly, let's shout out Chris, who tested everything in the training area and built, he basically used a raid Dow set and found that you're able to get more DPS out of that thanks to tenacity. And he went through like a bunch of number crunching and going into training and doing this. So now you have 4 different pathways to build your gun lance. So again, thank you, Chris, for your hard work in this labbing. I know it's not easy, really good, diligent work. So yeah, shout out to you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.